What's up, YouTube? Adam Grover, come back at you, another video. Gotta do the rear main and the pilot bearing. So we're gonna pop those out and in. I actually gotta grab the pilot bearing, but get that later. I just want to show you guys it coming out for the main thing. So, a couple tools you're gonna need. Nice screwdriver, flathead. This one I ground down. I made it real thin. It's got a nice bent tip on it, you know. Special screwdriver. An old input shaft that's cut. That's how worthless T5s used to be. That you took an old input shaft and cut it. This was back in 2010. I actually remember doing this. My buddy Fred Felt did this for me and gave it to me when I was doing a transmission in my car. And a hammer, using a dead blow, but you can use a metal hammer or whatever. Main reason I got this was just to, when I tap this in, I might hit the seal itself, the new one. So this is nice though, because it fits tight for the most part. It's not perfect. It might be a 4-cylinder one actually, but you want to get a nice tight seal, as tight as possible when you're doing this. This is actually a little on the loose side, but I'm going to try it anyway and see how it works out. But and then one of two things you're going to need to get this pilot bearing out. And I usually use bar soap, and you just push it all in there real nice and keep on going until it finally moves out. However, I don't have bar soap, but I do got an old loaf of bread, and this does work. However, I don't like wasting food, but this is pretty old, a couple weeks old. Doesn't feel stale, but just gonna take bread and push it on in there. You're gonna keep on pushing until it's full. We did this a couple of years ago on a buddy of mine's car. It was a Coyote Mustang, my buddy Pat. And he wanted to see if bread worked. We used everything else, and we never had used bread before. So he went and got some bread, and it did work. I'll compact that in there. Just keep on working it. We're gonna work it so you gotta hit it. Let's say a hammer like I do now. So I'm gonna smack it in there and just keep on going and keep working it. It's a painful process, but we'll eventually get it out. Who knows how long this thing's been in there. See, that's the problem you have right there, is it wants to push around where it's loose. So instead of pushing the pilot bearing out, it's pushing around the shaft. So I'm going to go try to find something that'll fit in there real quick, and I'll be right back. Alright, got a couple options. See what we can fit in there. That. This. I think I'm going to use this. Seems like a pretty tight fit. So more bread. Put that in there. Actually gonna put some in here too. Makes that flat. Let's see what we get. Looks like it's starting to walk out a tiny bit. Very little, but tiny bit. Put some more bread in there. Now I'm sure I'll have comments saying, well, you could just get the tool, pull it out. Could, but I've been this long without one. So I don't see reason. Alright, she's coming out. A little bit more bread. We don't want to be wasteful, so we'll take out little scraps there and keep on going with it. Nice 3/8 drive, chrome, cheap extension, get the job done. Dropped a little piece. Alright, bird will eat it. Alright, get that in there. Coming out now, boy, look at that. Alright, more bread. Just keep on packing it in. That was one slice, so it looks like we only need 2 slices. 1.5. Use the crust. Make tuna later on. Tuna no crust. Fast and Furious reference in case, you know, nobody got it. Nobody likes the tuna here. She's coming now, boys. She's coming. Slow. Slow and steady wins the race. Probably why I won some races. Slow and steady. That was my hand. Alright. A little bit more bread. See, a loaf of bread in a mechanic shop ain't always for lunch. Alright. A little bit more. Looks like it's almost out. Hopefully it's the last bit of it. You'd think, because it's packed all the way out, that it would just keep pushing in, but pressure, I guess. There she is. Give me a snack. All right. There she is. And then, look at that. Pull it right out with the screwdriver. I don't know if I would eat this bread here, but the rest of that loaf ain't gonna go to waste. Bread. Get the job done. And the reason why I like a screwdriver, get it up in here. Boom. That easy. Remain out. Make sure I throw this bread away. I don't want birds eating it. Oil soaked bread. Probably no worse than McDonald's though, I guess. Burger King, for that matter. Alright. Now we got that out. Now don't hurt, put a little oil on these if you want. Put them in. I always put them in dry though. Not a problem. Spring side facing in. As you saw, the other one came out that way too. Just gonna work it around the crank. Get it up in there a little bit. You use whatever you want to use to kind of tap it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Put that back in there. No big deal. That's better off putting a little oil on it. Don't like how the bottom of it goes in. At the top don't want to. Is what it is, I guess. Odd. Should be equally hard all the way around. It's not. That's slightly concerning. I'm in your guys' way. I apologize, but trying to get this thing in. Pop out on me. Alright. I get a little bit of wool. See if that helps. Or how much it helps. coated that on both sides a little bit, not really much. Just want enough to slip it on there. Never had one of these give me this big of a problem before, so usually they go right on. There we go. Just this side is being a little bit of a pain there. Alright, let's see what we got air shapes. Get this thing going. Spring wants to keep coming out. Seal wants to keep flipping on me. Alright, there we go. There she is. Alright. That's what I'm talking about. Right on. And right back out. Woo! Look at that. I'm gonna kind of jump around a little bit to get the high spots in. You don't want to go slamming it and messing the seal up and just whacking this thing, but you do want to get it in there. Just going to work it slow everywhere where it's high, and then we're going to go all the way around it. Alright, now we can get, I don't want to use the word aggressive, but give her some good taps. You see it's still going in. What I do, I kind of angle this edge in there. That way it's in all the way. One good thing about using an extension, make sure that seal goes in there. That's it. Rear main's in. Finish cleaning some bread out of here, and then probably use a little bit of grease on this. Put the new pilot bearing in, which you guys don't really see that. That's pretty self-explanatory. This had a bushing in it, looks like. That's not even a seal, that's actual bushing. Probably would have been better off leaving that in there, to be honest. Huh. Anyway, I'll put a bearing in it, and that'll be done, and the block plate can go on. The flywheel, bell housing, and then the clutch fork can slide in, and the transmitted to it, and get this thing in the car today, hopefully. Cut the video off here and finish up the rest of it. I wanted to show you guys that bread trick. That was the main thing I wanted to show you in this video, and then how to put that seal in. So I'll take a rag and I'll wipe this down, get the residue off of it, and should be good to go. Probably didn't even have to change this one. This one don't look too bad. Oh, got a little something in there, boy. I don't know what that is, but alright. Whatever. Till next time, guys. Thanks for watching.